Hello again, YouTube. It's Chaoswizard and DragonKing bringing you a review of Return to Ravnica cards.
I feel so nerdy doing this, but whatever.
So, first of all, we got Abrupt Decay here. It's good for Gugari, black-green. It's an instant. It can destroy target non-land permanent with mana cost 3. So I've noticed, I have one of them in one of my decks, and I've noticed that it's really good for taking out like O-Rings and those mid-range creatures like Vampire Nighthawks and Dredge Wranglers. So it's a very good kill spell, but it's kind of costly money-wise. That runs around $9 right now.
Which is a lot for something like that, but for what it does, and there not being much kill, or at least as far as I know, there's not much kill in Return to Ravnica. It's worth what it does.
Yeah, there's not much
It's
kill in
worth its
standard
price.
right now, really. So
Yeah, ever since Doomblades went out
yeah, and go for the throats and such. So
and
now
all
we
that
got
stuff.
Aerial Predation. It's a just a common card. It's really only good in limited format, which is drafting and sealed. You know, maybe a sideboard card.
Yeah, it's feeling like a sideboard card. Not
So
all decks do flying.
yeah, so now we got Angel Serenity. Now she's popular in a lot of decks right now, just because of her, like she can bring back Thragtusk, and he'll hit his 5 life gain thing again. A lot of creatures that have like when they enter the battlefield effects, she's very popular with them.
Mikey's brother got a foil Angel of Serenity
He
in a
did.
pack.
He's in 6th grade and he pulled one. So yeah, it was.
And then he traded it in for booster packs and lost all that money.
Yeah. So
Just
now,
thought I'd throw that out there.
now we move on to Annihilating Fire. It's only good and limited again, really, because for 3 drop that does 3 damage to a creature or player.
Don't you have Searing Spears to do that?
Yeah,
For?
you can have Searing Spears for 2. You also have Pillar of Flames, which do the exile thing, and those 2 are a better deal, in my opinion. But it's good for limited. I mean, it helped when I drafted Black Red Rakdos. So now we get Iquest Steed. This card is limited all over it because it's a 4-drop that's a 1/3 that can give a creature -2/0 for 3 drop.
That doesn't sound very good. But then again, I don't play limited or anything like that.
It's okay in limited. I wouldn't draft it if it'd be like my last pick for Azuris if I was gonna draft that colors choice. Next we got
Yeah,
Arc.
I don't play limited or
Yeah.
anything. I just play standard. Not really though much.
Next we got Archon of the
Of the
Triumvirate.
Triumvirate.
Yeah. So
Triumvirate.
yeah, so we got 7-drop, 4/5 flying. When he attacks, detain up to 2 target non-land permanents. He's I'm in like a couple of Azuris deck, and I always just put like 1 or 2 of them in on main board, just because. Once you get the 7 mana out there, you're going to swing for 4 damage almost every turn. That will be taken, and then detaining the things. So even if they have like say they got lingering soul tokens out there, you can detain them when you swing. So
Detain is nice. It's like an Oblivion Ring for 1 turn.
yeah, actually for your turn and their turn, and then back to you. So.
I don't know many of the new cards actually. I haven't played in a while.
Yeah, so we got Arcweaver. It's a 7-drop, 5/5 for each trample, limited format. Move on to our Armada Worm. Armada Worm is very popular right now. I think it's like a $14 card.
18.
$18
It was 18 last
card.
time I checked.
Wow. And the reason why it's popular, it's one of those that can work with Angel Serenity, because you pop Angel Serenity, you pull out you pop a Armada Worm from like a graveyard or something. Let's say you discard it or mill yourself. You pop Angel Serenity, you pop a Mono Worm out, and you throw him in the battlefield, you get a 5/5 worm, right? And
Yeah.
you can like Cloud Shift him and Angel Serenity again, you keep on getting 5/5 worms.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can see why stuff like that is expensive.
Yeah. And Armory Guard has no use, so we're not going to talk about him. And,
If you
Arrest.
control a gate, though, yes, Vigilance.
For 4-drop, it's a 2/5 Vigilance, so what? It still sucks.
I know.
We got Arrest here. And, it's good. It's not as good as an O-Ring. But it does almost everything that Exiling does, except for the card still on battlefield. So if it
Yeah.
has like abilities like other creatures get +1/+1, that does not stop that ability because it's not activated.
That's what, like a global ability or something. I don't know.
Yeah, well, kind of. It's a non-activated ability. Kind of like out Ashilot's first strike haste, and whenever a player casts a spell from a graveyard, that's not an activated ability. Because activated abilities must be abilities that cause you to tap. So Ashilot, yeah, I run them in my Rakdos deck. I'm gonna play tomorrow because it's a 2-drop 2/2 first strike haste, and the second ability doesn't really matter, but he's a first strike haste.
Yeah, you use that against me,
Yeah.
and you always deal damage to me.
Yeah, I do. I always get the first 2 damage in before you can use my Vraska deck to ultimate price it or something like that, which we will get to that card.
And actually, fun fact, that ability does not activate if you're not casting the card. If you're just pulling it out of the graveyard with some kind of... Does Angel of Serenity cast out of the graveyard? No, it doesn't.
Angel of Serenity can pop them out of the graveyard from being exiled. Like, a creature in your graveyard, you can exile it, and then at the end of the turn, it will pop back.
And that doesn't...
So,
What?
we get Assassin Strike, which is limited again, because it's a 6-drop that destroys target creature, a controller, discard a card. You got like Ultimate Prize, Abrupt Decay, I talked about earlier, Tragic Slip, and those cards, they're a lot better than this.
And a lot less expensive.
Yeah.
Like,
Mana-wise.
this is 6 for an extra discard a card.
Yeah, which isn't that good. Argus Spree, I'm not running the Memoraktos because I don't see the value over something like a Syrian Spear, Pillar of Fame, Tragic Slip, stuff like that. But in like Sealed, it's amazing, and and like Standard, I can see the benefits of it. Okay, I figured out why Armory Guard could work. Okay, use Argus Spree on Armory Guard. It has 5. It'd be a 6/1, and that's the only time he'd be worth it.
Yeah, but that's what? 4. That's 7 mana for a 6/1 Vigilance.
Yeah.
As long as you control a gate. If you don't control a gate, you're screwed.
So here we got Avenging Arrow. I saw somebody mainboarding this with a mill deck, and I was surprised at first. I didn't even know what it did. But I mean, I would draft it, but in Standard and Modern, it has no place there. And then wait, yeah, that's.
I love the
my,
random singing in the background.
That's my family, guys. So here's Axe Vanguardian. I'll punch you. So he's a 0/3 defender, and you can add X mana and combination of colors to your mana pool. X number of creatures defender you control. I've seen a lot of decks that like try to. I saw one deck that used the defender ability quite well with like other creatures that affect defender. There was a green-blue mill deck actually, and what it did is it used the Cumulonimbus guy who tap and target player mills as much cards as you control defenders, and it seemed to be okay, but not very solid.
And what about this next card, Axebane Stag?
7-drop 6/7, good and sealed. No other point for it. Izuri's Arrestor. Now I like this card actually. I like it a lot because it's a 2/1 for 2 that detains something. So I'd run it in Izuri's main board for 3 or 4 because I mean you detain the creature and then next turn you can at least have it be a blocker that can kill something with power 2, or you can swing and possibly deal 2 damage, or they block and most likely kill their own creature.
So, overall a good card?
Yeah, and the picture looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
So we got Azuri's Charm, main board for all Azuri's decks. Maybe control a little bit. A lot of people like to use the draw a card or put attacking or blocking creature on top of its owner library. So you swing for like a Desecration Demon, they'll pop it to your top of your library.
Yeah, I didn't finish that sentence.
Yeah.
Go on.
Azuri's Guildgate, blue black. The Guildgates are nice for people like for me.